Why can't you find love? How long have you really been single? Really? Having trouble finding that special soulmate? I can solve this one. Secrets of Birthdays, now live for purchase. Your love trouble? Over. All that and more at secretsofbirthdays.com.
Soul Garden.
Hello, Ambassador Gemini. Welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Update. From my webcam to yours, I'm Christopher Witecki, your host to the universe. And I'd also like to invite the Geminis and so am I's down to soulmart.me. We've got some new talent, starting with Carolyn Nagel, who has the new Moon Goddess monthly reports coming out. These are videos that predict a moon sign for the next 30 days, so how you're going to feel. If you know your moon sign, you can download for just $4.95, immediate download, and get the whole when you're depressed, when you're happy, when you're randy, when you're sad. It's all based on your moon. So if you don't know your moon, come down to an office hours. We will look it up for you. Also, creativity. Nikki Bright is doing Jumpstart Creativity. It's actually 2 different seminars. They're only 90 minutes, and in 90 minutes, streaming live, you can tap back into your creativity. So a lot of people said they can't get in touch with their joy or their passion. Nikki. And then once you have it, Carolyn will help you manage it. All right, that's all I got for that. So we are in Virgo, which means we are working on the IB state of awareness. And when you are a Gemini, where UIB is at home. Geminis are more themselves and life is the most real at home. Geminis, when they're out in the world, are mostly in their mind, like a spacesuit. But at home, you actually be. That's what you work on. So be is beyond home. It's actually your emotional state of being. So it is at home that we try to live in our emotional state of awareness. There are 3 stages of Virgo consciousness: live, love, be. Last week we worked on the live, which basically is how you live in your emotions. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you cold? Are you alive? Are you awake? What about at home? All right, that was it. Now we're in the love stage, 10 to 19 degrees, and this is how you actively nurture yourself, how you actively develop yourself, how you actively grow or don't grow yourself into feeling self-nurtured and grounded. So we're in the self-nurturing stage, the actual process of needing your emotions, working with your emotions, and that comes down to groundedness, routines, eating well, all that. Say it all right? So last week you worked on what was wrong with emotions and what needed to change. This week we're actually going to do the change. So when we come back from holiday on Tuesday, Jupiter rules the day and the moon is in Taurus. So your emotions are subconscious. It's a cloudy Tuesday. You're optimistic, everything is content, but you're really removed and processing. What you're searching for is finding faith in yourself. And it's not that you have an issue with faith in yourself, but I think in the last 30 days it's taken its toll and you are reminding yourself where the faith is. There's other work going on too, especially with the planets. One is a soul pyramid. This discovery of faith in yourself, which is the moon, actually trines up into Pluto and over to the sun in Virgo, which means you unite your inner light. This is you uniting your inner Congress and coming to a conclusion or getting a bird's eye perspective of your own life. It starts with your feelings of where you have faith in yourself or not. Pluto deals with the fact that you have to change what you're comfortable with. So you're changing what you're comfortable with, you're changing boundaries, you're beginning to feel faith in yourself, and the sun in Virgo is saying you're beginning to self-nurture. So if you haven't figured it out, once you take control of your boundaries and you believe in yourself and have faith in yourself, and you know how to nurture yourself in case anything goes wrong, you are bulletproof. This is the mastery to step into what you want. It is the strength beneath the seams. And I think that's what you're feeling on Tuesday. But also, there is a yod, which is God giving us the finger. In this case, pointing to Geminis to be willing to innovate their context consciousness. Now, what goes into this yod is one, the sun, which is that part of you working on self-nurturing we just talked about. So that again is involved in a different transit. And then Mars in Scorpio, which has got a knife out and is starting to hack away the crap in your life, making room for the fun to start. So you want your lifestyle to change and you want to feel nurtured. And so the desire to change lifestyle and nurture yourself pours into the Uranus tip of the yod saying, hey, if you want this happy life and to feel good, you've got to reconsider where you think you belong in the world. you've got to reconsider who your friends are. And that's what the Yod is saying. Reconsider, reconsider, according to what we said. So this is all the energy in Tuesday. Look at how crazy it is. It's amazing. I love it. Wednesday, put away Tuesday. Wednesday is a breakdown day, unfortunately, so showers, chance of storms for the Geminis. I have a feeling a lot of Geminis probably did not do the work yesterday on Tuesday, just saying. But Wednesday, you do now. There is a breakdown. Now, what triggers the breakdown is a breakdown in your feeling of being comfortable. So you could have a bed breakdown. You don't sleep well. You're uncomfortable. You could have, a knot in your neck from sleeping wrong. You could have a breakdown with your emotions and not know how to bring yourself back. But whatever goes down on Wednesday, it is a breakdown that leads to a breakthrough within 24 hours. And the breakthrough, I believe, is how to better nurture thyself. Now, the stars are really all about finishing the Yod. The Yod I said I thought you'd put off. Here's why. I think it will be put off till today, which means now that you're shaken a little bit up at the core about what you need emotionally, that's the difference between the 2 days. Yesterday you were exploring, Wednesday you get shaken up. Well, now you know enough that it's time to what? Innovate some of your context consciousness. This is your place in the world, these are your friends, but even deeper, this is you innovating the way you see yourself in context. So I'm always the youngest, I'm always the tallest, I'm always the smartest. It's these superlative ests that actually maybe need to be reconsidered, says Uranus, and now, says Uranus. And since Uranus is ruling the whole day and your stomach digestion, it's definitely going to happen on Wednesday. Oops, excuse me. Then on Thursday, cloudy, spiritual, Neptune ruled, and then moving into Mercury. You're going to get back on top as soon as Mercury clicks into gear, but I got to show you where Mercury is in a second. The moon is wrapping up in Taurus, so I think you're finally feeling the faith on Thursday, and that's what I was leading to. But Venus and Mercury are two little culprits that I want to pay attention to. On the one hand, Venus moves into Leo. So although you did a whole bunch of work on cleaning out your mind and your twin processors last month and ending your mind games, you have yet to actually reap the benefit of that work. With Venus moving into Leo on Thursday, although cloudy, it gets sharper and sharper and sharper as Mercury rules the day. And with Venus moving into the house of intellect, you're starting to really receive the benefits of your thinking. So I think Thursday just feels better as the day progresses. The other point I want to point out too is Mercury itself is on approach to the Sun. And when Mercury and the Sun conjunct, that is when human beings are their sharpest, which always happens at one point through the retrograding. So we're on approach to sharper and sharper. And Thursday, I believe you are feeling the sharper, but it starts off a little dull, right? Then comes Friday. Now Friday, it's sunny and super cool. I mean, super cool. Venus rules the day. So Venus rules the day means no matter what you've had as far as turbulence in your self-nurturing and this month's topic of building the nest, at least on Friday, you're feeling good. Venus restores balance and order. So you get a full night's rest, or your pain goes away, or the muscle cramp is gone. That's good. The moon moves into your sign, which means emotions and ego now team up. So you're charismatic, you're personable, you're strong, you feel, savvy. And the moon is crossing Jupiter. Let's take a closer look. Now, the moon crossing Jupiter is one of the big boosts of Friday. Jupiter has been in Gemini since the summer, making you break out of ego habits, making you put down old fights, making you humbly swallow your pride, and doing a lot of hard ego work. Well, when the moon hits Jupiter, you feel that work, you actualize it, and so you feel amazing and you feel strong. You might have a thunderstorm that leads to it, but at the end you will feel strong. So that's part of the glory of Friday. But then the universe brings us a new Yod, and this is literally the opposite direction of what the Yod was just 2 days ago. Just 2 days ago, the universe is like, hey, innovate your context consciousness and your superlatives. Now it's saying, take that innovated superlative, which you just worked on 2 days ago. This is why we have no time, folks, to be procrastinating our karma, because God is not wasting any time. It's and go, and go. Well, take that innovative context, take the feelings of your new ego, which you're feeling for the first time in 30 days, take these two on just this day, by coincidence it's lined up, and point it into a Mars, or point it into claiming more of a better lifestyle for yourself. So Mars is carving out a better life by ending contracts, ending social obligations, ending work career stuff. Sorry if I'm making noise with my mic. And so this Yod says, take the new context, take the feeling of your new ego, and blast into a new life, all right? But there's more. On top of this, this is the Saturn deadline. Remember last week in the last week's videos I said, last weekend you must decide and commit to what your heart wants most. Well, on Friday, you're out of time. You are out of time, the alarm clock goes off. So on top of this interesting yod, you also have the alarm clock going off with Saturn and deciding, and you have this square ending. What's this square? Well, this square is pressure that's been building up between your ego and taking care of yourself. Your ego has wanted to be stronger and feel more confident, but you've also felt like crap and haven't managed your emotions, and so there was a lot of fear that you could actually even make life better there for a while. Well, that fear gets to a head on Friday. So all your fears come to a head. It's a 2.5-year transit with Saturn and Libra that comes to a head, and we get a magical yod that claims more territory, all on the magical day of Friday. So it's an interesting Friday indeed. But wait, there is more. Whoops, sorry about that. Here we go. Then on Saturn Day, Neptune rules the day, so we get psychic, we go intuitive, we go into our deeper self. But the moon's in your rising, so you are confident yet cloudy. Okay, cloudy but still cool is the way I put it. Now, this unique position actually allows you to kind of intuitively feel out your strength, intuitively test yourself. So Saturday is a really good day to kind of test your limits if you're trying to pull anything magical off, in your life. The planets themselves show Mercury's approach to the sun being 1 second away, and a magical soul pyramid that's going to happen sometime overnight depending on where you live in the country. Let's zip to Sunday and show you. Sorry, I'm all messed today, drunk driver. On Sunday, Saturn rules the day. And when the day is over, when it comes to the climax of what I'm showing you, you will feel sunny, and I think you will be loving it. The moon is still in the house of ego from Saturday night to Sunday, and so you're feeling your courage, and you're feeling your new ego that Jupiter's been working on, so you're feeling it. Saturn rules the day, so you are decisive, and suddenly you can stand up and be the mother to yourself that you've been cowardly about all this time. Saturn gives you strength to be tough mom or to implement tough love to yourself, so that's bueno. But the real magic is this: a soul pyramid that develops through the night, depending on where we live, triggered by the moon, actually in the late stages of Gemini moving into Cancer. But what is it trine into? Saturn. Saturn in Libra. That's the commitment you made on Saturday. Remember I said Saturday was the dead last day. Or Friday, where you must decide about where your inner child, what your heart wants the most. Well, on Sunday, the universe pushes ahead. It moves forward. Your dreams start manifesting in a grand trine scenario Sunday. They start moving forward Sunday. Everyone's life starts moving forward Sunday. In your case, you're uniting what your heart wants most, which is Saturn, Neptune and Pisces, which is your career and its future, and then the moon first in your ego and then into Cancer, which means you'll feel confident and you'll make money. So this is the beginning of things shift happening, okay? That happens on Sunday. Excuse me. And to make it even crazier, as a cherry on top, on Sunday, as you're committing and moving forward with your dreams, your home planet reaches back to the sun, completing its retrograde, which means we're no longer thinking in the past. From Monday forward, we're also thinking to the future. So it is a magical, crazy mystery tour of gravity this week. Whew! I need a drink after telling you all that. All right, folks, here's the thing. Go get your report with Carolyn so you know your emotions, or dive into your creativity with Nikki, or if nothing else, just meet me here in 7 days. Either way, it's going to be a crazy week. Live, love, be.